Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in a really small space in your home without much equipment. So we're going to actually start with some push-ups. So remember to come into these workouts warmed up and ready to go. 5 or 10 minutes of a cardio workout of some sort. It doesn't have to be intense, just some movement to get your muscles warmed up and ready to go and get your heart rate elevated a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start, like I said, with some push-ups. So remember, you can do these a multitude of ways. You can do them at the countertop, against a wall, against a higher surface. You can use a bench to kind of level up or level down depending on where you are with them. And then also it may vary depending on the day, if you're having elbow pain or shoulder pain or whatever. You can also modify the way you do them on the floor. First of all, by hanging on to like dumbbells, if that really hurts your wrists, and that's kind of the thing that limits you with push-ups. Or you can use like a yoga mat or a towel rolled up like this, so that then your fingers are relaxed here, not at that stretched out point where your wrists are so flexed and or extended actually, and creating that extra tension on your wrist. So you can use different things to help make these more comfortable. So I'll demonstrate with the yoga mat today. You can use lots of different things. You can do them on your knees, things like that. So we'll do 10 to start. So we'll try to lower down to that mat. 2, 3. Remember, if you start to get tired, you can just drop to your knees and keep that same form going. 7, 8. I think maybe I skipped one. 2 more. 9 and 10. All right. So lots of different ways to level that up and level that down. If you do have a yoga mat, keep it handy for another exercise that we're going to do today. Okay, now we're going to stand back up. So remember to stand up slowly so that you don't get dizzy or lightheaded. Now we're going to do some side lunges. So this is another one you can do kind of a multitude of ways. So you can just do little step ups. I need to now bring this down just a little. I'm having a hard time with my cameraman today. Okay, so you can start with just little step outs. Just sitting back in those hips. So when I step out to the side, I'm sitting back in my hips, so that my knee stays over my ankle. So I don't want to go out to the side and go like this. See how my knee goes forward of my ankle? You want to put your weight in your heel. When you step out to that side, you want to keep your weight in your heel and sit your hips back. So start small. If this creates any pain, just do some weight shifts. You don't have to do a lunge. You can just do some weight shifts. You can add a little weight here if you'd like. You can switch and kind of reach with one weight. You can hold a weight right at your chest. There's a lot of different ways to do this. If you find you want to level this up a little, you can go a little deeper. Same thing though, you're sitting back. Like I could just sit on this bench right here because I'm sitting so far back. My weight is in my heel. And then this knee is straight. You can see I'm also, my weight is kind of in my heel on both legs because I'm really sitting back, keeping my chest up nice and tall. Let's do 2 more on each side. Remember, you can just do weight shifts, small little lateral movements. The point is getting a little lateral movement, working on that hip strength. This gets our quads and our glutes a lot, but getting some lateral movement is really important for that hip stability. Okay, next we're going to do another arm exercise. And we're going to come over here with a band that I have a little bit higher, looped through my door here. Then we're going to do a triceps extension. So this one, you're going to isolate this muscle right back here by keeping your elbows glued to your sides. So you're going to start right here with your hands kind of by your shoulders, pressing straight down. Now I'm going to add a little balance challenge to this. So you can either stagger your feet or do a tandem stance, or you can even stand on one foot, but that's going to be pretty difficult with pulling against a little bit of resistance. So I prefer to do this one on a tandem stance. If you have a machine, it can be a little bit easier doing a single leg stance. You can kind of experiment with it and see if you're able to maintain that balance while pulling against that resistance. If you can, great. That's a great balance challenge. Those elbows are staying right by your sides and you're pulling all the way down to your sides. All the way down to beside your hips, I should say. Now you don't want those elbows, like if I'm here, I don't want to be doing this because then I'm using my lats more. So really isolating those triceps by just bending and straightening that those elbows. Okay, great. Now we're going to stand and do a hip abduction, AB. Working again on those glutes, doing a little lateral movement. Now do this, you can do this standing next to something sturdy, like your kitchen counter is perfect for this. We're going to stand and go straight out to the side. Now what I want you to do is focus on keeping your toe straight forward or almost even turned in just a little bit. Our legs, all of our muscles will do this. They'll kind of take the path of least resistance. So right here, your quads and your hip flexors are generally stronger. We use them more as we're walking and things like that. Hi, Baloo. Hi, baby. So we really want to isolate your glutes here. So there's two ways we're doing that, by standing on one leg and then by lifting this one out to the side. So we're stabilizing and then we're moving. So I'm really thinking about turning my toe in just a little bit. Then also you want to stay up strong on this hip. No slouching. You'll find that you're not going to be able to lift this foot off the floor if this hip isn't up nice and strong, holding you. 10. Okay. Now we'll switch and go to the other leg. Remember, you're turning that toe. You want to keep it straight forward, almost in. If you turn it in just a little bit, it'll kind of feel a little awkward. I mean, too far is what I mean. But just a little will kind of keep you honest. Keeping that glute doing the work here. Baloo is monitoring me very closely here, aren't you? All right, good. Now, appropriately, we're going to do an obstacle step over. Now, this would be best, I would say, to do like at your kitchen counter or a bar or somewhere where you can hang on. You can even do it like in a doorway where you've got something to hang on to and you can move back and forth. I do not recommend using your dog for this because dogs don't necessarily stay in place. So that's why I had this yoga mat. That was another reason I had it out. So starting on one side of it, this is a low obstacle. You can choose higher ones, but I want you to think about lifting your knees up nice and high and stepping back and forth over that obstacle. So you'll notice I've kind of got a lot of lateral movement going on here today, but that's kind of the theme. I want to work on those hips. Baloo is acting very tired here, so I could probably step over him, but that can be dangerous. As if you have any pets, you know when you go to step over them is right when they want to decide to stand up. So keeping your chest nice and tall, high knees. Start with how high it is and see how that feels. And then practice going higher, like it's a higher obstacle. Really lifting those legs high, both directions. And we're gonna go 10 times back and forth. I have no idea how many times I've gone. We'll go 2 more times. And if you want to, you can speed this up a little. So you can kind of hop back and forth. But that's another level. So you can speed it up, getting to the point where you're hopping. That excited Baloo a lot. And kind of experiment with increasing the intensity with that one a little bit as you're ready. Okay, next I'm gonna sit on this bench right here and we're gonna do some double knee lifts for a core exercise. So find a good sturdy chair. You can use, generally your sofa is not gonna work very well for this. but a kitchen chair, a workout bench, the edge of your coffee table, if you have a good sturdy one. No, sit. So you want to sit up nice and tall. I put my hands underneath my thighs with my palms down. And then keep your shoulders down. You're going to press into your hands and lift up those feet. So the key here is that you're kind of crunching toward your knees versus rocking backwards. Rocking backwards, you're just using momentum. You're not working your core. So we're working your abs here. You're just lifting and lowering those knees. Now you may find you're kind of doing this, and that's okay. If you are, think about alternating. And then as you get stronger, try to lift them both at the same time. And 10. I don't know, that might have been 11. Anyway, go through these 2 more times if you have the time available and the energy. And if you can, add a little cardio in between each set. Do 5 to 10 minutes of that same warm-up that you did, or jump on your elliptical or your treadmill, or just go up and down some stairs, things like that. You can do that for a little while, get your heart rate up, come back, do another set. Do that 2 or 3 times through, and you're going to get a great full body workout. Then end with a good cool down and stretch, and you should be good for today. All right, keep moving, everybody, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.